Hey everyone, it's me Gavin and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the entirety of Chapter 37, Struggle, within Goddess of Victory NIKKE. Something that I've been very much looking forward to since the end of Chapter 36, leaving off with the Matisse squad struggling a little bit against Behemoth, who was recuperating within one of the eggs that Leviathan had placed her core in. Again, we had a lot of stuff unfold in that chapter, so it should go without saying that this is your spoiler alert for Chapter 37. If you have not completed it yet and you want to do so in your own time, I would highly encourage you to do so. Then come back and watch my reaction to how the events unfold. But if you guys are new here, I would highly encourage you to please subscribe to the channel for more Goddess of Victory NIKKE content, and also give the video a thumbs up if you do enjoy what I am showing here. That shows me that you guys want to see more of this stuff in the future, and it helps a lot. So, without further adu, let's dive into it. Alright, again, same very similar looking map, right, that we're going to be exploring here. You still get to see all of like the dark matter and everything just flowing all over the place here. Things are looking a little grim. There's a lot of raptures around, is all I'm saying, right? So we got a few battles to go through. Like with every other single video that I've been doing recently for the chapters and everything, we will be focusing on just the main story content. So we're just going to be blasting through pretty much every single one of these little throwaway fights, to say the least, right? The easy mobs, the quick battles. This is easy. Get them out of the way. I'm very, very thankful for that feature and the addition of quick battle being implemented into the main scenario as well, because it makes things a whole lot more speedy when I'm trying to create these videos, right? So, again, as you guys can see, this is what I'm doing in the meantime behind the scenes before we get into the story content, right? Easy peasy. Here we go. Let's kick things off, and I'll keep things more concise going forward, okay? Alright. Reclamation Site 01.
I've removed all the crystals from your arm. The interior circuity is a bit of a mess, but you should be able to move around.
Okay, cool, so she got repaired.
It's a good thing the power to the arm was cut before it got worse.
What about my weapon?
You can still use it, but don't expect it to perform at full capacity.
Okay, so Behemoth did a number on it.
In your current condition, you can operate at about 10% of your normal max output.
Oh, that is not good.
Well then, considering that I'm usually 100 million times stronger than your ordinary NIKKE.
Yeah, why don't you gloat a little bit there, Lavlas?
How much stronger does that make me? You idiot! It's simple math. You're 1,000,000 times stronger. Whoa, you're like a math genius.
I mean, it's pretty simple.
Many villains are erudite doctors and scholars.
Normally, I would agree with Drake pretty much, you know. This, I don't know, though. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of different types of villains.
Laplace, try lightly clenching your fist.
Heroic fist clench.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
My fist! An ominous splintering sound can be heard.
I said lightly.
Let me take a look. I'll see what's broken.
They don't know how to do anything lightly or subtly.
I'm fine, Maxwell. One of the joints in my pinky finger got bent in a weird direction, that's all. No biggie.
And what would you consider a big deal? Your arm getting ripped off?
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that'd be a huge deal.
Totally, the hugest.
Both of you, be quiet.
Poor
I
Maxwell.
wasn't even talking that loud. Fine, I'll be quiet.
Laplace, listen carefully. You can move your arm. You can hold a weapon. You can even fight.
Just don't push it.
But with the shape that you're in, you should thank your lucky stars if you don't actively hold us back. I'm the mechanic for Matisse, and...
Funny, I thought you were their professional nagger.
Sheesh.
Boy, oh boy. Lovely weather we're having, aren't we?
Yeah, way to reel it in there, Drake.
As I was saying, I'm a mechanic, and so I know what I'm talking about. You should head back and undergo repairs before continuing.
That's sound advice.
Maxwell, we already discussed this. The matter is closed.
Fine. Do what you want.
Are we okay to keep going, Rappy?
Of course. Probably.
Don't worry, you ignoramuses.
Of course, probably. I don't know.
We may not have Cinderella or Gray, but we'll be fine.
They really need to do away with this. Am I right?
Sure, we won't be able to depend on our 2 strongest members anymore, but it'll be okay. Totally fine. Yep,
Why do I feel worse now?
let's go.
Yeah, she's not horribly reassuring, is she?
Woo! Maxwell, I'm terrified of Suen.
What? Why are you saying that all of a sudden? I know that.
Are they afraid of them just going back and then Suen just pretty much reaming them for not completing the task at hand?
But I can handle it.
What in the world are you talking about?
Suen is a villain, that much is certain. But if she were pushed, there's a chance she'd become something even worse than that.
A super villain.
Sure, we could head back to the Ark and get some repairs done. It'd be quick and easy. But I worry that something even as innocuous as that could push Suen over the edge. That's why we need to keep going. If we want to stop Suen from going even further into the dark side, we need to accomplish something while we're out here.
You know, Drake's got a point.
Commander, did you hear that? Drake is actually making sense.
Rappy gets it, okay? I can hardly believe my ears.
Let's move out. Let's go.
Laplace and Drake march on confidently.
Wow, they actually took our situation into serious consideration.
When you're pushed into a corner,
Maybe you were too harsh on them before.
Maybe a little, but they're still a bunch of morons.
agreed.
Anyway, we should get going.
Okay, let's continue on. Is Leviathan going to want to talk to us?
If we subdue her like we did before, I'm sure she would.
I don't think that's going to be an option for us any longer. I was going to say the same thing. Like, I really don't think she's going to fall for the same trick.
She's going to be more wary of us than ever.
1000%.
The more I think about this, the more frustrated I get. That egg made the first move and tried to consume Laplace's weapon. And then when that didn't work, Leviathan was the one who used the crystals.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she's not going to trust us after that happens, even though it wasn't anything that we intended to happen. She doesn't see it that way, right? Like, she was finding it hard to trust anyone to begin with. Then everything else that had happened and transpired when she was literally going along with Siren in the previous story, Mudfish, the side story, you get to see more of that trust get broken again. And then you also get to see where she is pretty much going forward in the most recent chapters. She's got trust issues, right? And then again, literally taking a shot on us when we were like, you know what? You can trust us, even if it's just for now. Don't worry about it. And then stuff goes awry. It's probably not going to be easy to gain trust again with her, right? Especially when you have somebody that is so, like, against trusting anyone, really, right? She's reluctant to.
We were only acting in self-defense.
But it doesn't matter. That's not how she sees it.
Those crystals cut through Laplace's parts like a hot knife through butter. And that's what caused the malfunction. It wasn't our fault. We're the victims here. And yet she's acting like we're the ones who betrayed her.
That's just how it seems. It's perspective.
We'll have to try and get that point across to her when we talk. Things escalated quickly, and it was hard to keep a cool head.
I don't even know if she'd even be, like, willing to talk at this point either, right?
The fact that we were enemies didn't help matters.
It's almost like a call to action to her.
It feels like we're getting the short end of the stick here, and I don't appreciate it.
Maxwell, look at this! Hurry, hurry!
What is it now?
Come here and see for yourself. Hurry, hurry!
Maxwell grumbles as she walks forward.
This better be good, or I'm gonna be upset. Cutie, Rappy, come look at this. Quickly.
What could it be? Rappy and I head toward where the members of Matisse are standing. A vast expanse of black liquid stretches out before us. Within it, a mass of writhing snake-like creatures can be seen. Oh great, fantastic. This is just...
Minions summoned by Leviathan.
It's lovely.
And quite a lot of them. Using my hero vision, I detect at least 30.
30?
Same goes for my villain vision. No worries. I'll deal with this vermin in a jiffy.
She's hopeless.
You can do that?
Actually, probably not.
I shouldn't even get mad at this point. I should expect these kind of answers from you.
Looks like we have to go around. It'll be a long detour.
Doesn't seem like we have much choice. These things are Tyrant class. They may not be all that strong on their own, but in a group.
Should I try flying us over one by one? Of course, if I were to fall in, you'd end up as worm food. Or snake food, rather. Still though, it may be worth a shot.
Absolutely not. The risk is too high.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be cool?
I mean, it'd be pretty sick, but at the same time, it's just not worth it. Come on, Rapid. Alright, I'll admit that it would be cool, but still.
Subordinate.
Oh, okay, so this is how the Admire gets involved. I remember seeing it in the teaser, right in the trailer. Helm? What is it?
Do you have a moment?
I'm kind of in the middle of something, but go ahead.
Brace for impact.
What? One side of our vision brightens. From a distance, a massive beam surges ahead in a straight line. Kapow. Black Sea in front of us is engulfed in a blinding light. That forces me to close my eyes. Once the light and heat begins to subdue, I slowly open my eyes. The massive snakes in the Black Sea are gone, replaced instead by a smoldering patch of scorched earth.
This is...
It's the Admire's cannon.
Do we have a new hero?
I whip my head toward the direction of the beam came from. Yeah, you know what I meant. Above the Black Sea, a massive white structure glows in the distance. The Admire!
This is the Aegis Squad, reporting from the Admire. We will be joining the Commando Unit's surface exploration operation.
Dude, I gotta say, Helm's been really involved in a lot of the recent events, right? Ever since she got that, well, she got the favorite item, and then she got the brand new gotcha outfit, which is just absolutely stunning. She was part of, like, the Evangelion collaboration, the second one. They've been making appearances all over the freaking place.
Woohoo! Yo ho ho!
A pirate's life for you. There we go, man.
Long time no see, everyone.
Hello again.
It's been a while. Howdy.
Wow, it's kind of strange seeing the Admire up on the surface.
Your timing was impeccable, all of you.
I wish I could say I didn't expect it, but I mean, from the story premise, I guess the commander didn't.
A mobile base like this is precisely what a hero like me needs. Bah! I was just about to make my move. You all stole my thunder.
Oh, sorry. We didn't mean... We'll make sure to time it better next time.
Oh, sure.
If I just respond to Drake's nonsense as if it were normal, does that disarm her?
I'm surprised, Helm. This isn't like you.
Why do you say that?
Knowing you, I thought for sure you'd contact me as soon as you got approval to join our operation. Not only that, you'd then explain the bombardment plan in excruciating detail beforehand.
Oh, that.
Trying a new lease on life, possibly?
Is your presence here classified? Secrecy isn't exactly possible when there's a hulking ship like the Admire involved.
Not exactly.
Are they acting of their own accord?
She was acting on advice from me, the great pirate Mast.
I highly doubt that.
Following you in secret, only to step in at the critical moment. And saving the day all with minimal dialogue. Now that, my friends, is how a true pirate does it.
Again, I have my doubts.
Believe it or not, what she's saying is true.
Really?
I even managed to convince the boss. That means everyone is embracing the Buccaneer way of life.
What the heck is going on?
It's incredible when you think about it.
Is this a fever dream?
I'm not sure about that. I doubt the commander cares all that much.
At any rate, we're joining this operation. Looking forward to working with you again.
You know, Rappy really doesn't mince words anymore, does she?
I do find something rather strange, though.
Not that she did in the past, but you know.
I figured you'd have questions. Ask away, and I'll answer as best I can.
Okay, first question. How is the Admire even afloat right now? We're not in the open ocean after all. It may look like water, but this is all liquid metal.
We've deployed a wave disruptor that breaks down the makeup of nanomachines. It's something that Elysian has been developing for a long time. Something intended to go up against heretics.
Well, that's incredibly useful because we could use that against Leviathan.
This black liquid, what we officially call dark matter, is a substance made of nanomachines. And so the theory was that this disruptor would prove effective. And it has indeed proven to be a resounding success. Now, even though we've broken down the structural integrity of the dark matter, it still remains as liquid metal. While this greatly reduces the Admire's mobility, the fact that it can move at all is what's important.
So for this operation, the Admire will be primarily acting as a mobile base and providing bombardment support?
Aye, that's correct.
I mean, I'm all for it.
It's unfortunate that I won't be able to show off my superior navigation skills. But since our movement is so limited, there's not much we can do about it. Right now, we're essentially a stationary turret.
But given the Admire's gargantuan size, you guys could also use it as a bridge to cross dangerous terrain.
Fantastic.
Like now, for example.
Good point. We'll be able to use it to bypass some of the black liquid. All right, second question. How did you get here? We're not even remotely close to open water.
The Admire is amphibious.
What? Really?
How?
Yes.
That's absurd. Why would a company invest so much money and technology into preparing for a war on the surface, not knowing when it will begin?
Hard to say. Perhaps it's merely a difference in corporate ideology.
Huh?
Elysian's enemies are always up on the surface. And so Elysian's future also rests on the surface.
That's interesting.
I suppose that's true. It's different with Macillus in that our enemies, and therefore our future, lie with the Ark.
Is it all right if I ask a question?
Of course.
Of all squads, why is it Aegis that got sent here?
Good question.
Aren't you being a bit harsh, Rappy?
No, I'd say she's probably wondering, you know, maybe, possibly why her old squad never got sent, right? The ones that are more capable of handling heretics and
I'm
such?
hurt.
Possibly? Just maybe?
In a way, understanding the true meaning hidden in what may seem to be a rude question, and then giving an appropriate answer is what any true adventurer would do.
Huh?
Very sharp, Rappy. I expect no less from you. You're right.
It was a
would make
test.
much more sense for absolute or mighty tools to be here rather than us.
You see what I'm saying? At least Helm gets it. She knows. And she had exactly who I had on my mind.
However, the reason that the Aegis squad came here is that
Not so much mighty tools, but I mean, that makes sense as well.
there's something only the Admire can do. Everyone, will you follow me? I have something to show you.
Helm begins heading below deck.
Wow, she looks so cool doing that.
So cool. Ark. Dorothy's temporary quarters. Okay, we're getting some follow-up with Doro.
So, let me get this straight.
Dude, Irie, like, come on. Come on, man.
Anise wants to do a farewell performance so she can retire from being a pop star.
And we're getting to follow up with the history of TT Star.
And to do that, you need to get the old group back together again. However, you don't have any way to contact them, and so you want to use my channel to accomplish that. Am I missing anything?
Nope, that's everything. 10 out of 10 summary, Dorothy.
I don't even know where to start with this. So, you both used to be pop stars.
No, not me. Even though I've got more than enough star power to pull it off.
I was gonna say, I didn't think Neon was, but I mean, if that's the story she's going with.
It was just me.
Who are these two behind you?
The nervousness. From literally both of them, right?
Oh, these guys? They're lending us a hand with all this.
I'm Irie, and this is Avistar.
We're from the Overseer Squad.
And I need both of them. More so Irie, though.
Sorry, but I don't like talking to strangers. I'll have to ask you to leave.
Oof.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, now she'll talk to you.
Huh?
Good play.
Could I get your autograph?
Really good play.
You saved the Ark when the Raptures invaded.
She knows what she is doing.
You appeared like an angel and defeated the heretic in one strike.
She really knows what she's doing.
It left such a huge impression on me. I even made it the background photo on my phone.
Just keep blazing her and you'll be fine. Irie takes out her phone and shows it to Dorothy, revealing a photo of Dorothy the moment she appeared in the Ark.
You can't exactly sign the screen, but could you possibly sign the back?
I haven't really practiced my signature.
That's okay. You can just write down your name.
I don't have a pen.
Could I at least get a photo then?
Sorry, I don't like taking photos.
I figured it was gonna work, but I don't know, she still seems a little dismissive.
How about this? I can open up the Notes app on my phone, and you can type out your name.
What would be the point of that?
The fact that you held my phone in your hands would be meaningful in itself.
No, forget it.
Is she, like, legitimately fangirling, though?
Please? It'll be quick.
Dorothy types her name into Irie's phone.
Satisfied?
Thank you. I'll treasure this phone and pass it down through generations.
Whatever.
Can we get this conversation back on track? So, can we borrow your channel for a moment? Just for one day?
Why would I ever agree to such a thing?
Because we're friends? Yeah.
Are we, though?
Just because we spent some time together on the surface doesn't make us friends.
Aw, come on. We've gotten into a few scraps with each other before, but that only makes us closer.
If we become any closer, we'd have each other at gunpoint before long.
Ooh, wait. We've already done that, so we must be super duper close then. Heck, we've even shot each other. That practically makes us lifelong friends. Come on, please. I'll even settle for a half day.
You can tell that Dorothy is increasingly getting more annoyed.
Sorry, but I have more important things being shown on my channel. I don't have time to deal with these trivial personal affairs of yours.
Actually, now that you mention it, what kind of show are you doing, Dorothy? Oh, right. What exactly have you been doing with the channel?
I'm advertising Eden.
Wow, no kidding. Is Eden going to open soon?
No, that's still a ways off.
Then why are you advertising it?
For the future.
I feel like that's massive foreshadowing.
The Ark and the Eden will become closer and closer, eventually forming an alliance, and I will become an ambassador between the two.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but I mean, sure.
In preparation for that, I'm cultivating a positive image for Eden.
Hey, what are you scheming?
She is definitely scheming.
Nothing. Do you think I have some kind of ulterior motive?
Oh, I don't know, maybe destroying the Ark, possibly?
I think that much is obvious.
Even if I had other intentions, there'd be no reason for me to hide it. Who would stop me?
Us.
You two jokers? Without Robbie? Don't make me laugh.
Oh, man.
Okay, you're starting to piss me off.
Yeah, that'll definitely get her to open up and let you use her channel 100%, Anise.
Tell someone who cares.
Now I'm mad. Me too.
Stop.
Huh?
What do you think? You didn't expect us to get that angry, did you? Bet you didn't see that coming.
They were throwing tantrums like toddlers.
I'm getting tired of this. Please leave.
You're tired? Would you like a shoulder massage?
What the? No!
Sound of someone typing furiously at a keyboard echoes through the air. Everyone's eyes turn to Avistar, who pushes up her glasses and begins to speak.
I've done some research on Dorothy's channel. Her viewership ratings are through the floor. There are only a grand total of 2 posts pertaining to the channel. One from a user named Sing Sang Song, which says, "So boring." And another from Perooting that goes, question mark, huh?
Is that actually like two NIKKEs that we're gonna meet in the future, possibly?
Even for a small channel, these ratings are pathetic. And the average number of related posts is around 1,000 per program. If I were to guess, I would say the only people who see your channel are people who accidentally stumble upon it while channel surfing.
What specifically are you showing on this channel anyway?
From the looks of it, just a single video played on a continuous loop. The file is called Eden, Paradise on the Surface.
She's literally just playing one video again and again?
Sounds pretty boring and monotonous, right?
Let me see it.
Here.
Avistar plays the video. The video opens on a beautiful landscape shot on the surface, or shot of the surface. Lush verdant grass and trees, a clear blue sky, and pristine flowing brooks. Over the images, there is voiceover narration from Dorothy.
The last piece of paradise on the surface. Eden awaits you.
The video ends and starts from the beginning again. Holy crap, dude. Way too short. Incredibly repetitive. That's the only thing? Is she trying to brainwash people?
What is this?
It's a promotional video for Eden.
I didn't see any footage of Eden in there.
It's meant to be symbolic. Besides, we can't reveal Eden's location.
This video stinks.
Huh?
It stinks big time.
I knew you wouldn't understand. Do you have any idea how many messages are packed into this short video?
No, I don't, and I don't care.
Like I said, I hardly expected someone like you to
It's not just me. No one could understand this crap. Your channel is a complete dead zone. No one is watching it. I've never seen such miserable statistics in my life.
Why don't you tell her how you really feel?
If you have any clue how much media is consumed by people in the Ark, you'd realize how embarrassing those viewership numbers really are. This This isn't an ad. It's a whole bunch of nothing. No wonder it hasn't gotten any exposure.
It's gonna be incredibly important in the future, though, I got a feeling.
Time will solve that.
Listen here, Miss High and Mighty. Any piece of content that doesn't make an impact right out of the gate is dead in the water.
She's not completely wrong.
We might as well get a tombstone for this channel because it's as good as buried. Do you have any idea how much high-quality content gets released every single day? This video is so lame, no one would even think about using it as a screensaver.
Anise, you can lay off on the bashing.
Ugh, someone get me a tissue. I'm tearing up thinking of how the Ark's poor electricity is being wasted on such a terrible video. Lend us your channel for a day, and I promise we'll raise your viewership ratings.
Using shock to grab attention isn't my style.
Do you want to sit here and play this video again and again for all eternity? I don't know what your goal is, but this won't get you anywhere, no matter how long you wait. It seems to me that you're trying to appeal to the people, yeah? Otherwise, why would you broadcast this in the first place? If you want to do that, you need better exposure. We can help you with that. We'll raise your ratings without touching your precious video. So, let's make a deal.
She'll bring in the viewership, but then the viewers are definitely going to be subjected to some sort of subliminal messaging or I don't know, man. There's some kind of brainwashing scheme going on here with that promotional video that she put out, right? There has to be.
Fine. As long as you don't tamper with the original video.
All right, it's a deal.
So then, what is your plan?
Now I feel like I have to go back and rewatch it.
Leave that to us. Just get everything ready for the handover. Now then, let's get this show on the road. Does anyone here know how to make videos by any chance?
I do!
Well, there goes all that confidence. And you were doing so well.
You just need to make sure that you install yourself OBS, okay, Anise, and then set up the camera, and then set up your sources, and then you're good to go.
First
you're good
and
to go.
foremost, nothing is ever going to come out of that video. It's dry as dirt. If we want to get more eyeballs watching, we need to win people over with some other videos.
Remember when we made that promotional video for the Aegis squad?
Yeah, but the commander filmed all that. We only came up with the idea.
I mean, that's literally what every single video starts with, is with an idea.
You mean the one that was shown at the boat party? That video is the stuff of legend. Unfortunately, it got a bit buried under all the press surrounding the terror attacks. But it's still become something of a cult favorite.
I suppose that makes sense. Anyway, does that mean there's no one here who knows how to make videos?
I love how nerdy Ira is, that she's a must-have unit for me when she releases.
If that's the case, I guess we have no choice but to outsource. Let's see. I know how to do it.
Well, there you go. There's the answer.
You do?
Yes, I've made several promotional videos in the past.
Are you talking about the promos for Elysian? Those are all a bit too... how do I put this? Fire and brimstone for my liking.
No, those videos were made by the marketing team.
Then what videos did you make?
Something similar.
Why do I not entirely believe you?
Where I excel is the editing process, stitching together pre-existing footage.
And let me tell you, it's really, fun editing.
I'm not as strong when it comes to ideas.
So, as long as someone else points you in the right direction and provides some footage, you'll be good to go?
Yes.
Then there's no problem at all. I'm practically a wellspring of ideas.
The two of these people are the idea for the video, she's the editor, and then I'm gonna guess that Irie's gonna be the judge of whether the content's good enough or not.
A little modesty never hurt anyone. That means our only problem is finding source material. Yeah. What kind of video are we aiming for? As the wellspring from which all ideas flow, I've got something in mind. Oh, I forgot to take a picture.
What picture?
Of Dorothy. What are you up to now? Nothing strange. Don't worry.
It sounds pretty fishy.
Irie,
Yes?
if you get me a photo of Dorothy, I'll pretend I didn't see you secretly copying her fingerprints. Oh, could you give me a voice sample while you're at it?
Those really are very special glasses, aren't they?
You do realize that it's illegal to possess a pilgrim's personal data, don't you?
Fine. I'll get you what you need.
Thanks. And if you could be so kind, delete all the other information you gathered.
I will.
What in the world are you two talking about?
Should I explain?
Please?
No, I'll tell her. When Dorothy touched my phone, I copied her fingerprints. I also secretly took several photos and recorded her voice.
Dang, you're not just a fan. You're a fanatic.
Or she's incredibly smart, but she's up to something. She's definitely up to something.
Not in the slightest. I was merely pretending to be a fan of hers.
That's what I thought initially, but she had me fooled. I ain't gonna lie.
To what aim?
Since Dorothy is a NIKKE, she must have been built using technology found in the Ark. I wanted to analyze her voice and fingerprints to uncover her past records. To be precise, it's not exactly a fingerprint, more like a ballistic analysis. I wanted to figure out what her body is composed of, whether there is any damage, and if there is, if those damage patterns correlate with any specific areas or weapons. My phone screen has a rudimentary analysis tool built into it. Since she only touched it briefly, I wasn't able to get any detailed information, but what I did get was still worth securing.
Why do you say that?
A pilgrim conveniently pops out of nowhere to save the Ark, just in the nick of time, and now she's running her own TV channel?
Yep. That is definitely cause for concern.
I'd be crazy not to be suspicious of that. I thought investigating her past might reveal something. Everyone has some skeletons in their closet. That's our team motto. If we're unable to uncover what Dorothy did in the past, we can better ascertain what her goals might be.
Dude. You guys gotta agree. Is she not awesome?
Why are you so obsessed with digging up dirt on her?
Because you never know when you may need it.
We're the inspection unit. Digging into people's past is what we excel at.
Is that why you joined up with us on this little venture?
No, I only got curious when I met Dorothy face to face. However, since Neon caught me, I'll have to wait for another chance.
Ha! You won't get past my supervision.
My suggestion is not to try anything like that again.
If I'm being honest, I find you two most suspicious of all. You're being awfully chummy with an unidentified pilgrim. And you're cooperating with her without knowing what her intentions are.
What? Are you worried that Dorothy might destroy the Ark or something?
That's a little on the nose.
She might.
I hope she does.
What?
What do you think, Neon? Will that work?
Yep, this should do the trick. Now then, Avistar.
Yes?
From now on, I'm the brain and you're the muscle. I'll think and you make.
Okay, sounds good.
What are they up to?
All right, let's do this, my fellow bespectacled friend.
Oh, I've got glasses too. Can I join?
Of course. Welcome to the Spectacles Alliance.
Huh. I just realized I'm the only one here who doesn't wear glasses.
You're only realizing that now? At any rate, Could you please leave? This area is for Spectacles Alliance members only.
What the? You all came here in the first place because you wanted to help me.
Dude, it's so weird. The Admire Internal Maintenance Room.
So, this is the engine room? There's all sorts of cool stuff in here.
Don't even get me started. The ship is packed stem to stern with all kinds of important machinery. And cleaning it all is a nightmare.
Yeah, but the microwave generator is great for heating up frozen food.
What's in that corner? That label, is that alcohol?
Shh.
You scoundrels, are you smuggling booze?
No. I have no idea what that's doing there.
That's not pirate grog or rum or anything, no.
It's rum. Would it be alright if I try some later?
You know, now that you mention it, Rappy, 100%.
Huh? Is that really you, Rappy?
I would appreciate it if you taught me more about this rum.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
All right, I'll treat you to some.
I'll prepare some snacks. You're all gonna love my starfish omurice.
While we're at it, let's set a date. What time works for everyone?
How about after this operation? I've heard that drinking on the deck makes everything taste better.
You know what's up. It certainly does. Especially when you're sneaking a few nips away from Helm's prying eyes. The taste is heaven.
She's right next to you, Mast.
I mean, hypothetically speaking, that is.
Good cover up.
Wow, quite a few of the machines here are made by Bacillus. Then again, I suppose it's not that surprising for you guys to be using another company's technology. The quality speaks for itself after all.
She taking a jab at them?
There are even some with the Matisse emblem on them. How did you manage to get these? It's tough even for us to get our hands on dedicated Matisse machinery.
Maxwell quietly surveys the surroundings. I do the same, loosely following Maxwell's gaze. A part of the maintenance room is filled with machines containing the emblems for Bacillus and Matisse. Could this be for...
No way.
We brought all the necessary equipment for upgrading Matisse. Everything is in perfect working condition, so you can use it straight away.
Upgrading as in, like, over-spec?
OMG! Power upgrade? I'm already at peak power. There's no need for an upgrade.
We worked really hard to haul all this stuff here. We'd be pretty bummed if you didn't use it.
Well, in that case, I suppose I'll use it.
How did you all manage to pull this off?
This surface exploration is the most important operation currently being carried out by the Ark. Elysian, Bacillus, and even private companies are all eager to participate in some capacity.
Is it because they want to capitalize off of the exploration, the reclamation, possibly?
Surface exploration has been a long-cherished goal of the Ark. Any progress made during this exploration, no matter how small, will solidify a company's reputation within the Ark.
Right.
Although there were some hiccups, such as the E2 crystal being secured by Pathfinder, and the dark matter being obtained by Absolute, surface exploration is still regarded as Elysian's forte.
In that case, Siouan must have had a hell of a time getting us to be the ones chosen for this mission.
Actually, Matisse are the only ones who could have been sent up here. If it had been any other squad, the request would almost certainly have been denied. Elysian's squad was originally supposed to join this operation, but Siouan contacted our boss. She asked if the Matisse upgrade facility, which had been planned for some time, could be sent aboard the Admire.
Siouan did that?
She really needs this operation to succeed, though, right?
Anyway, is anyone else hungry?
It hurts to admit this, but you're right. The Aegis squad isn't the best fit for this operation. We're not near the ocean, and this isn't a naval battle. The main reason we were deployed was to bring you these upgrade facilities.
I dunno. It's not such a bad deal. In exchange for us providing support, Macilis has agreed to cover the maintenance costs of the Admire for a while.
That will keep us afloat for a while yet.
So that's their reasoning behind going along with it, I guess.
So, in order to ensure that Matisse was the top contributor in this operation, Ingrid made a sacrifice.
I didn't realize Ingrid and Suen were that close.
Consider it loyalty among fellow CEOs. Ingrid has always believed that CEOs need to stick together. Maybe she hopes that doing this will help that moronic Suen grow up.
Helm, do you know what Suen said to Ingrid?
From what I heard, she got on her hands and knees in front of all the secretaries and record keepers.
Groveling?
Suen? On her knees? I would pay to see that.
I knew the situation was bad, but I didn't realize it was that dire.
I can't believe this. This isn't the time to hesitate. I can't believe she went that far for us. Laplace! Drake! Did you hear that? Suen may be an arrogant shrew, but she crawled on her hands and knees in order to get us this opportunity.
Is it true, or is it just something to, like, spur a little bit of, like, motivation into them?
The very woman who made us. Oh, the humiliation she must have endured. How can we ever repay her?
What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? We fulfill our roles as the ultimate heroes.
And accept the upgrades.
Obviously, I've got issues with the terminology, but I'll play along.
Get ready. It's time to power up.
Wow, how majestic.
Cool, dude.
When I get upgraded, I'll be able to say all sorts of stuff like, "You there, chop chop."
I don't even have any words for that.
Birdie, from now on, call me Powered Up Laplace, will you?
No.
Because my power levels are about to go through the roof. Woo, woo, woo!
I thought the upgrade procedure would be more or less instantaneous.
Even though the facility was kept fully intact, I still have to make some adjustments. It'll take some time, so in the meantime, try and keep Laplace and Drake out of trouble.
That's easier said than done.
Without Maxwell to keep them on a leash, those two are going to be out of control.
Yeah, they're gonna run amok. This is bad.
Don't worry, Birdie. Even if something goes wrong, I, the upgraded hero, will take care of it. This is kind of frightening. What if my power becomes too great? Would everything else in the world cease to have meaning? What a terrifying thought! I feel the same way.
This is really bad.
It is.
Don't get ahead of yourselves. Keep tracking Leviathan. I'll be doubling as your operator, so don't try and be a hero out there.
The Admire's armaments are on standby. Feel free to request a bombardment whenever you need it.
I'll make sure that every shot finds its mark.
We also have Anchor scanning the surroundings. Unlike Drake, she can detect objects, so that should prove helpful.
What's with the shot at Drake?
Looks like you've been ousted from your position, Drake.
It's not like there's that much machinery in this area anyway. My sensors wouldn't have been useful either way. Besides, none of this matters anyway, since I'll be getting a power upgrade. So there was a brief period where I didn't accomplish anything. So what? Power upgrade, power upgrade!
The prospect of us getting a power upgrade is exciting. So why do I find myself secretly wishing for it to fail somehow?
Oh, Raffi, I love you. I understand exactly how you feel.
Oh, there's something ahead. Hold on. bunch of heat sources. About 5 clusters grouped together. 20 to 30 readings each.
Could that be where the eggs are gathered?
Let's check it out. We might find some new information. Soon after...
Looks like I was right. There's a whole bunch of eggs here. Far more than what we saw before. But...
Something seems off about this.
yeah. Even though I'm not sure what.
Don't they all seem a bit too neatly arranged?
Ah, that's it, Commander. I got too used to being around your messy room all the time. I forgot what proper organization looks like.
You mean messy room?
Just kidding. Kind of. Anyway, you seem to be onto something.
Dude, again, Rappy is not mincing words.
All the eggs are rather neatly arranged. They seem to be separated into zones according to size and shape. Small eggs on the right, larger ones in the center, and unusually shaped ones on the left. The texture, shape, and color of the shells on the left are different from the others. These eggs were almost certainly sorted and arranged with intention.
But didn't Leviathan say that she had stopped being hands-on with the eggs? And left them to their own devices? Seems to me she was lying.
Or somebody else is arranging them.
Agreed. These were clearly organized with a purpose. The eggs in each of these separate zones most likely have similar contents.
But there's some sort of experiment going on.
The only way to tell is to open them up.
Last time, they all opened when we got close to them.
Then, charge! Let's go!
Some caution, please. LaPlace and Drake, rush forward.
Commander, how about we use these two as decoys?
Live decoys. I like it.
There's a change in the heat signatures. Looks like they're activating.
Huh, that's interesting.
What is?
Whenever I had those two knuckleheads in tow, all of their reckless antics would drive me up the wall. But seeing them from afar, it's kinda amusing.
It's like they say, life is a tragedy when seen in close-up, but a comedy in long shot.
Do they say that?
I think that might be a bit different.
LaPlace! Drake! Run!
Run, run, run!
The surrounding eggs erupt open all at once with an unpleasant splat. Countless raptors pour out. Fantastic! Fantastic!
Situation contained. I'll examine the remains of the raptures. It's as we expected. Each rapture classification corresponds to a specific egg type.
Okay.
The larger and more ornate the egg, the higher the rank of the rapture inside.
Which means that Leviathan has the technology to create enhanced fusions.
Yes, that much is certain.
She was lying through her teeth.
I wouldn't be so sure. The best way to deceive someone is to use the truth as a smokescreen to hide what's actually important. I don't think everything she's told us was a falsehood. Rather, hidden under the layers of truth, there was something she didn't want us to know.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But why would Leviathan want to hide the fact that she knows how to create superior fusions?
She probably figured that if we caught her, we'd try to stop her.
It looks to me like she's trying to create a heretic.
That was my initial suspicion. But this process doesn't seem capable of producing a heretic.
Maybe she thinks that we would, like, hold her captive and then exploit that knowledge, possibly?
Using a NIKKE and Rapture together isn't something that can happen so easily.
That makes sense too.
Uni.
She could be attempting to mass-produce Tyrant-class Raptures. Based on our conversation with her in the Crystal region, the four beasts don't have any control over the Raptures. Only after a behemoth transformed and grew larger was she able to manipulate them. If size is a prerequisite for controlling raptures, then Leviathan decidedly has no pull over them. But those black snakes seem to be entirely under her command. I think it's evident that Leviathan created them using the dark matter. Following that logic, these raptures that are hatched from these eggs, being made from dark matter as well, would also follow her orders.
So is she like amassing an army?
If she ends up being capable of mass-producing Tyrant-class raptures, we won't be able to turn a blind eye to that.
True again. If she could produce these things on a mass scale, we'd be in a world of trouble.
They mentioned wanting to strike at the offsprings.
If the four beasts came calling with an army of Tyrant-class creatures in tow, even the offsprings would be in a tough spot.
Fortunately, only one Tyrant class has been confirmed so far, and it can't move outside of dark matter, so it doesn't seem like a major threat for the time being. But that may change depending on what comes out of these eggs next.
All right, let's keep going.
A few days later, Ark.
Have you heard that paradise exists on the surface? A place where there's no such thing as exploitation or dishonesty. Where you can be whoever or whatever you want to be, free from limitations. A place where there is no oppression or deprivation. Where you'll always have a safety net, no matter what.
This is a much better promotional ad.
Eden, the last paradise on the surface, welcomes you all.
Video ends showing Dorothy seated at a table, or tea table.
You don't like it, do you? I knew you wouldn't like it. I originally planned on giving you these huge angelic wings that would spread way out. Feathers would come fluttering down, and flowers would bloom.
That's with special effects right there.
It was good you didn't do that.
Huh? Real?
Uh-oh.
When did I say these things?
It's all synthesized audio. I toyed around with some sound effects to mimic your voice as closely as possible.
Like AI?
Honestly, it turned out way better than I expected, considering that the program was free.
I see.
That's scary.
Who wrote the script?
I did.
You really despise the Ark, don't you?
I'm not sure what you mean.
She trying to twist our words?
I'm not used to speaking this directly, but I like it. I like it a lot. All right, I'll hand over the channel to you. For one day, you can use it to say whatever you want.
Huh? But what about the ratings?
I don't care about the ratings. I was surprised with how much that sounded like something I'd say. I'm satisfied with your effort, and so I'll grant you a favor.
That's rather magnanimous of you.
And you, the one with the glasses.
Avistar?
Yes?
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 The one who asked me for my autograph.
Oh, Ivory.
Oh, that's me, Irie.
Come here.
Does she know what she was up to? Irie approaches Dorothy.
Hand me your phone. I want to get a closer look at your screen.
Do I have to? My phone is kind of my personal property, you know?
Does it look like I'm asking?
It's a little sus.
Yikes! Why are you being so menacing over a phone?
Because she's on to you?
If you're so interested in phones, I can lend you mine.
Irie, did you not hear me?
Ivory hands her phone to Dorothy.
I'd appreciate it if you could give it back sooner rather than later. I'm waiting for an important call.
Yeah, likely story.
I will.
Dorothy places her palm on Iry's phone screen and presses down.
Huh?
How long do I need to hold down for it to read my information?
Huh?
She knows.
About 5 minutes.
I see.
For 5 minutes, silence fills the room. No one moves a muscle save for Dorothy. Eventually, she removes her hand from Iry's phone.
Will that do?
What's this all about?
So she's well aware of what the hell was going on, right? But why is she going along with it? She has something up her sleeve.
I told you before, I have no reason to hide anything from you. You seemed awfully curious about me, so I wanted to oblige.
Dorothy leans towards Iry, speaking softly into Iry's ear, but loud enough for everyone else to hear. She says,
Go ahead. Find out all you can about me.
dude, that needs to be the thumbnail, okay? Holy crap, that is sinister, dude. That is so damn cool.
What kind of person I am, what kind of life I've lived, and what the Ark did to me. It won't be easy. Best of luck to you.
She is incredibly intimidating.
I'll try not to disappoint you.
I'm sure you won't.
Wow.
All right, everyone. I'm sorry, but could you all leave now? I want to rest.
Oh, that was a great scene.
Oh, I'm sorry, but can we use your studio?
After that, Anise, that's what you're gonna ask?
The facilities here are really nice, so I was hoping that I could do some editing and other stuff.
Do as you please.
Oh, by the way, Dorothy, there's a whole bunch of stuff to eat in the fridge. Can I have some?
I'll turn on the air conditioning.
Could I trouble you for a cup of tea?
Yeah, just make yourself at home, I guess?
Behemoth's egg is up ahead.
Oh!
But I don't see Leviathan anywhere.
Man, I really hope we get the return of Behemoth.
It must be a trap.
Let's not approach it for now and hold back.
You cowards! I'm going in!
Please, Drake, please.
There's something inside.
Staring more closely at the egg, it's hard to see clearly, but it appears to be filled with some kind of embryonic fluid. I can't speak. And floating inside is the silhouette of a person. Must be Behemoth.
That's her, all right. I recognize that outline.
I would also recognize that outline. Trust me.
How has she gotten so big so quickly? How many raptures has Leviathan been feeding her?
I think Leviathan may have fed herself to Behemoth.
I don't think so.
What?
When Nihilister was inside the Ark, she revived Indivilia and Chatterbox by feeding them parts of her own body. If sustenance is what Behemoth requires, then using another heretic's body would be the optimal choice. Although, it's hard to say how much she's ingested, or how much is required.
I mean, it's a possibility, but I can't see it.
Let's keep our distance, and then try throwing a rock at it.
Leviathan wanted to survive so badly in Mudfish, right, that I can't see her just sacrificing herself so Behemoth could live. As much as Behemoth means to her, I just can't see it. It seems out of character.
Oh, what do you think, Rappy?
I think I should stop trying to reason with you all.
Something falls from the sky and lands with a resounding crash. The impact is strong enough to send vibrations all around. As the dust clears, someone can be seen sprawled on the ground. There she is. Yeah, that's right. There she is. I kind of figured it was Ziz that we got to see in the trailer, right? Something told me it just wasn't Bahamut.
So much for making a grand entrance.
It looks like she's got like a bloody nose or something too. Maybe that's from falling on the ground. I don't know.
Oh, how? My nose is killing me.
Yeah, there you go. Straight on her face.
My nose is bleeding.
That voice though.
What do you mean? You know who I am. Huh? You're not Leviathan.
Quite literally a bird brain.
One of the 4 beasts.
Strange. I came here because I sensed something familiar. Do we know each other? Sorry. My memory isn't so great.
Hasn't Leviathan told you?
No?
We're new friends of hers.
Oh, no kidding. No wonder. Gosh, Leviathan never tells me anything.
So she's incredibly gullible at least, right? So that's advantageous.
Did she say anything about me? Did she say I was good?
Sorry, but she only told us about Behemoth.
Oh, I see. Maybe she forgot about me. Yeah.
Dude, I kind of feel bad for her.
Oh, just so you know, the reason Leviathan forgot to mention me isn't because I'm weak or anything, okay? She's smart, but sometimes she forgets to mention important details. It's a bit embarrassing having to do this myself, but in any case, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Ziz. Got it?
Got it. Nice to meet you, Ziz. I'm Vengeance.
All right. I won't forget it.
I'm Rappy. Leviathan and I are old friends.
Raffy, don't start making up any weird backstories.
Sorry, it didn't sound that outlandish in my head.
Rappy. Rappy. I'm Laplace.
Too many names! Information overload! I can't!
Oh, sorry. That was because I saw a bug on my arm. It's not because your voice was loud and startled me, all right?
Okay.
Laplace. Laplace. And I'm
Tone it down.
and I'm Drake. Drake. Nice to meet you, friends. This is my first time making new friends outside of Leviathan, Behemoth, and Bahamut.
Who we've yet to meet. Nice to meet you.
Are you here to see Leviathan?
Yes. Yeah, it's been a while since we saw her, so we came to chat.
Now who's creating weird backstories?
Shh, just go along with it. Sorry, it sounded better in my head.
Okay, gotcha. But where is she? She's usually here.
She went to get some medicine for my upset stomach.
Commander, what did I just tell you?
I can't help it.
Oh, does your stomach hurt? Oh, hold on. Let me see if I have some medicine.
Ziz's wings unfurl, revealing a massive wingspan. The wings appear to have a slimy texture reminiscent of dark matter. Ziz reaches into her wings and starts rummaging around.
Here it is. Take this. It'll make you feel better.
Oh, thanks. Ziz hands over a glass bottle dripping with dark matter. The moment I reach out to grab it, Ziz suddenly pulls it back.
I'm not trying to take credit or anything, make sure to tell Leviathan I was the one who gave this to you, okay?
Trying to earn some sort of respect from her. She definitely gets bullied by the other the other three of the four beasts, right? Sure. I'll let her know how kind and thoughtful you are.
Kind and thoughtful?
See, she's just trying to get, like, good graces put in there, right?
You don't have to go that far. Still, I'm sure it'd make her happy to hear that. Anyway, I hope you feel better.
Uh-oh. Bad timing! Bad timing! She's so nice, though. She's so friendly.
Oh, hey, it's Leviathan. Hey, Leviathan. I met your friends.
You...
What? I can't hear you.
You idiot!
I said... They're enemies, you fool!
Or fool. Sure. Again.
Huh?
Oops.
You tricked me!
No! No, we would never. Rappy!
And Count.
Save me! Everything goes black. The ground starts to shake violently. Unable to maintain our balance, we all tumble to the ground.
What's going on?
It's too dark. I hate the dark.
It's pitch black. I can't see 2 inches in front of my face. My body continues to tumble about as I crash against various surfaces which I cannot see. All I can hear are the screams of all my friends all around me. Just as my consciousness begins to fade, everything suddenly brightens again. A blue sky, dotted with picturesque clouds, come into view. What the? Ah! I feel like I'm free fall. But how is that possible? Ziz totally didn't just bring us thousands of meters into the sky to drop us, right?
Commander!
The wind is hitting us so hard that it's a struggle to open, or to even open my eyes. Once I manage to pry them open, I see that we're falling from an immeasurable height. What's going on?
Commander! I'm coming! 7 Dwarf 0. Activate!
7 Dwarf Zero's thrusters ignite. While dizzyingly adjusting directions in midair, Rappy works her way towards me.
I'll catch you.
I curl up into the brace position and slam into Rappy's arms hard enough that it feels like ramming into a wall.
I'll try and land somewhere.
What about Laplace and Drake?
Those two can handle themselves.
Where do you think you're going?
From afar, Ziz spreads her black wings and approaches us rapidly.
No!
Fire the anti-aircraft guns.
Admire! Right on cue!
Aye aye, Captain!
Massive shells slam into Ziz as she approaches. Ziz is sent careening backwards through the air. At the same time, Rappy accelerates. While holding me tightly against her, Rappy skids across the ground for a long distance before coming to a stop.
That was close.
Yeah, no kidding. Too close for comfort. What about Laplace and Drake?
I told you. You've got nothing to worry about when it comes to those two.
Rappy points upwards towards the sky. Like a pair of tandem skydivers, Laplace and Drake hold hands and spin in circles as they descend.
Woohoo! Heroic tumble! No way! Villainous tumble!
They're too gone. Too gone to realize, right? As they descend, the two suddenly let go of each other's hands. And each lands dramatically in what they clearly think is their coolest pose.
Heroic landing! Villainous entrance! To land from such an incredible height is a remarkable feat. Even for a hero like me. How invigorating!
At this point, I'm too tired to be amazed anymore. Ziz dives straight at us from the air. The fusillade of anti-aircraft fire from the Admire can't keep up with her speed.
Dang, she's too fast.
Tell the systems to lead the target then.
And she's furious as well, just put that out there.
I'm trying, but she's still too fast.
And furious.
Then manually adjust.
There's no way I can pull that off.
Ziz closes the distance in an instant, but Laplace and Drake stand between her and us.
Come on! Let's go!
They're going to take her on themselves.
Ziz, diving at high speed, is intercepted by Laplace and Drake. A massive shockwave ripples outward through the ground.
Huh? Phew. What are you guys? Heretics? We're not heretics. We're heroes. No, we're villains. Huh? Which one is it? Pierce through. Huh?
Drill time? Rappy deploys her drill and swings it upward to form an uppercut. But just before the drill pierces Ziz's side, her wings surge forward to block the attack.
What?
Dark matter splatters everywhere. Ziz immediately retreats.
What are you guys?
Your worst nightmare.
You tricked me! You're nothing but a bunch of scoundrels! But why are you so strong? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have attacked you on my own. But I'm not scared of you. Don't think otherwise. Not for a second. I'd have done a lot better if I had some backup.
Dude, I really like her design, though.
It's just that I hate an uneven fight. There's too much to think about when I'm going up against multiple opponents.
She was so nice at the beginning. Why did it have to turn out like this? Damn you, Leviathan! Ziz's massive black wings spread out. Her wingspan is immense, big enough to engulf us all.
So that's what happened. You scooped us up in those wings of yours, lifted us in the air, and then dropped us.
Not bad, right? I can even fly, and super fast at that. I'm also really good at finding important things. And I'm smart.
That last bit, though, I don't know.
I know when to call for backup. Huh?
As I adjust my stance, it feels as if I've stepped into something thick and viscous. As I look downward, I see the entire ground is soaked in dark matter. It must have been from earlier when Ziz's wings got hit. Warmth spreads across my side. My legs feel wobbly. Oh, great! I look down again, struggling to keep my vision steady. Leviathan leaps out of the dark matter, cackling and drenched in my blood. Just great. Just fantastic.
Commander!
I did it! It's Vathos. So, this is the feeling the Behemoth was talking about.
Uh-oh.
It feels like every single cell in my body is vibrating. I'm not even sure if I can contain all this dark matter.
Leviathan!
But then again, no one's better at controlling dark matter than me.
That's debatable. It is liquid metal after all, right? Dark matter starts surging out of Leviathan's body.
Yes. This is it! That's the feeling. I can do it!
What?
Die, traitors!
Bright light bursts forth.
Everyone, brace yourselves. She's going to transform.
Yep. Time for big rapture mode. Jeez, dude, I can't wait to see what this one looks like. True Leviathan boss mode, okay? That's what we're about to witness. And it's going to be an incredibly hard fight as well.
Under the light of the kingdom. Oh, your eyes on
It's creepy. I don't know. I was expecting something more serpent-like, and I...
As long as we're together,
Ah!
I will never fall.
Ugh. Oh, it's creepy looking. I'm gonna have this like nightmare fuel.
Did we just take down a heretic after it transformed?
It didn't feel like it was all that difficult, to be honest.
Because it was unrefined Vophouse?
Doesn't she
Possibly?
look a bit different than Behemoth did when she transformed?
Massively?
Could she be incomplete?
Leviathan, are you okay?
I failed. My transformation only half succeeded. I really thought it would work.
I wonder what the reasoning is, though.
Maybe I really am a born loser.
No, that's not true. Sure, you're short, really scary, and have a huge forehead, but I still aspire to be like you.
Thanks for the kind words. Anyway, let's try this.
Don't push yourself so hard, please. We need to be able to recruit you guys, please. Ziz wraps Leviathan with her wings, forming a spherical shape. She then spreads her wings once again. Muffled sounds come from inside the black sphere. Ziz cradles the black sphere, and in an instant, leaps into the air, disappearing from our view.
Commander!
Rappy rushes over to me and crouches down. She quickly rips a section of my shirt, revealing the side that Leviathan pierced.
I thought this might happen, so I brought plenty of hemostatics, antibiotics, and anesthetics. Hang in. Huh?
Rappy lifts the other side of my shirt.
Commander, didn't you get stabbed by Leviathan?
I did?
How are you feeling pain-wise?
What a ridiculous question. Of course it... Hold on. It doesn't hurt.
Makes sense, considering there's no wound.
What?
Your body is caked with blood, so that tells me you were definitely stabbed, but...
I healed instantaneously?
I think the wound's already healed.
What the heck am I?
What? That doesn't make any sense. Are we sure he was stabbed?
Positive, I saw it with my own 2 eyes. It was scary.
Could it be the healing powers of a hero that have only been heard of in legend?
Birdie, you're no longer a sidekick, but a full-fledged hero.
Would you quiet down?
For now, everyone report back to the Atmire. We've got plenty of medical equipment on board meant for humans. We can get a better look.
There's something more to this, because before I'd be injured and I'd be down for the count, but now all of a sudden I'm healing instantly after being stabbed. Something else to this. I get up. My body feels as light as a feather. It scarcely feels like I ever got stabbed at all. What is going on?
Let's move. What should we do about that egg with Behemoth inside?
Let her recover so that way we can recruit her.
I'll keep an eye on it. A villain is the one who does the taking, not the other way around.
I'll keep a close watch on it too. As a hero, it's my sacred duty to safeguard this egg.
Okay, I'll let you two handle that. Although, I'm not entirely sure what that egg has to do with being a hero. Let's go, Commander. Can you walk?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think I could even run.
Let's get you cleaned up first. You need to wash off all that blood.
Oh, yeah. Soon after, I wash off the blood using the bottled water that Rappy hands me. The blood is already dried up and hardened, so it's a bit difficult to clean. Rappy, standing off to the side, clears her throat.
Commander.
Yes?
The next time we meet Leviathan, am I permitted to use force against her?
Why?
She has no intention of talking. We approached her with open arms, but all she did was come at us with the intent to kill. She got us all wrong. And it's got me annoyed.
Annoyed?
Yes, annoyed.
Be my guest.
What? Why are you laughing?
Nothing. Do whatever you like, Rappy. Just don't be too rough with her.
Roger. After I'm done with her, she'll be begging to talk with us.
Damn, dude. That is some conviction. Holy. There it is. Chapter 37 completed, right? We got chapter 38 ready to go, but I think we're gonna go and dive into that one in the next video, of course, right? Get our last little reward here, 14 out of 14. Gotta say, all in all, pretty damn impressed with chapter 37. I think it was fantastic. Great build-up. We got the introduction of Ziz, who we kind of got hinted at again with the trailer, if you guys have watched that. If not, if you've only been playing along with the story, then there's Ziz. She's a little bit of a bird brain. She was incredibly friendly at first, but incredibly violent as well, and deadly, and fast. Very fast. Great looking character. Not really sure where things are going to go from here, but I am incredibly excited to check out the next chapter and see where that takes us. So hopefully in the next video we'll cover chapter 38, right? Let me know what you guys also think down in the comments below. Please, no spoilers for chapter 38. I appreciate it very much. But let's talk about chapter 37. Let me know what your own thoughts are on Ziz, the Admirer, and the Aegis squad literally showing up to help us and to assist. Leviathan's half transformation, very interesting, very creepy looking. Lots of character growth here for the T squad, right? Getting upgrades, and then also Rappy just kind of telling us how she feels about situations and being a little blunt, but at the same time, the commander healing instantaneously from a stab wound. Something fishy, something not right here. There's been a lot of hints recently. Hopefully things get uncovered in the future, but it almost seems like we're more than likely some sort of superhuman experiment, right? Or creation. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna confirm or anything. You know, we'll leave it up to finding out as we play through the story over here. And again, if you guys do enjoy these videos, it helps very much by giving the video a thumbs up. And then also please consider subscribing to the channel for more Goddess of Victory NIKKE content, because I absolutely love doing this. It's super fun, and honestly, I can't wait to do more. So very much looking forward to where things go from here. Hopefully we get to see some returning faces in the upcoming chapter as well, right? But anyways, that is going to do it for me, so I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Peace!